Hello, my little seahorses. How are you doing? I hope all is well. Thank you as always for coming by. Just before the video gets started properly, can I ask you for a big favour? If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate you subscribing. I've not bothered asking that for ages, but I see loads of you have been joining. But you're probably aware that YouTube are changing all the parameters for our smaller channels. So any of us that you appreciate and would like to support, just press that subscribe button and we'll really appreciate it. And of course, if there's any channel you particularly like and you don't want to miss what they're doing, then there's a bell as well, and you'll get a notice. I like pressing the bell for the channels that go live so that I don't miss their live feeds. Okay, that's enough of this public service announcement. On with the video. Hi everyone. Well, a couple of days ago I just put up the section for you of Tony Morris going on about tight pants and things, when so many awful things are happening within the organisation and the children are still suffering and not being protected, and those who have been abused and grown up, they're still crying out for justice, and Watchtower dragging its heels. So you had lots to say about it. I always enjoy seeing everyone's comments, and I'm aware that some people have been doing some great, very useful series of the mean tweets they get, as in the comments to their videos. And I've been meaning for ages to do a positive series of XJW sweet tweets. So I thought this would be a good point to start at, to bring out your good points. So let's have a look to this ridiculous situation of Tony's. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so I pinned up a couple of different comments over the times, but here's a good one by R. Harris. He wouldn't disrespect his heavenly Father. That was how Tony finished off this little section. I wouldn't, disrespect my heavenly Father by wearing tight pants. I'll by the way, I'll put in the description of this video, you can see the original. So he wouldn't disrespect his heavenly Father by wearing tight pants, but he would allow his fellow JWs, who are also paedophiles and molesters, to continue forcing their perversions on children within the congregation. The money donated by the congregations to build more kingdom halls and further Jehovah's Witnesses, and further Jehovah's Kingdom, can be spent on paying fines and court judgments against them for hiding the paedophilia and not reporting it to the police. I guess allowing children to be raped and molested and protecting the paedophile isn't disrespecting his heavenly Father, though. That's right. Tracy Williams, they sure are worried about those damn tight pants. They did something a few years ago stating tight pants were made by queers so they could look at your package. This would be the same speech talk it was. That caused a big fuss. Other commenters outside the XJW community picked up, and he made everyone look stupid. Alpha Omega said, this guy is stupid but funny. I remember sort of replying, yeah, apart from when he kills people, which the policies do. Apostate family, Maggie. He says young men so creepily. Yeah. Duke Nukem, he's a funny guy. Tony is tired of being seduced by young men in tight pants everywhere around him. It must be a difficult life. The only way for him to stop thinking about them is to put a ban on all tight clothes for young men. Well, yeah, seems. Dawn Elizabeth was saying about her mother was knew all about fashion and everything, and she would have told Tony about his whole tie and suit ensemble wasn't right. Christelle, legendario. And T. Morris III is a great observer of young men. Freud can explain his obsession. Satin Barbie. I bet Tony has a closet full of tight leather gimp suits. Well, Tony leaves himself open for these sorts of comments. Kirsten, Bradley. Hey, we were naked in the garden. They are trying to talk to cultures who have no issues with bare breasts. Oh, they are so trying to squash people into their mold, like an overly strict parent ends up pushing their child away completely. they're so foolish with this mindset. They are just way too judgmental. Just on the back of that, I was on the XJW Reddit discussion forum last night, and there were lots of comments about people who weren't Caucasian actually being told off by the elders to dress in a Caucasian manner. Seriously, someone was told not to dress so Latina. I don't know what that is like, because coming from the UK, we kind of get that a bit different. But people of African heritage, to go more Caucasian, not have the hair and things. I mean, really? I mean, that just says a lot, doesn't it? Heather's saying about, okay, Tonya, we all know you wear Bridget Jones' big pants. Yeah, Geary says, always focus on the superfluous when you have nothing of real import to impart. Just out and maybe not quite out stupidity. So, something about me snorting. Moi? Snort? But Vinny was a cool dude, I'd have thought. Says, what is this dude's fixation? I got a bit naughty, I remember. Dawn Elizabeth was saying maybe it's because they're so sexually repressed. And fixation, I was a bit rude, look. I said your ass, I know. Maria says, I reckon he secretly wears them. No normal person goes on about something this much. And just in case people have missed the background, it's this obsession of his has been going on for years now. He goes on about it. Oh dear. Sexually repressed is an understatement, says Vinny. Aye. Jersey St. Helier. Yes, Tony, worry about the little things and let the big things take care of themselves. Guess what's on Tony's mind, says Donald Henhook. Tight pants and junk. So, Sister Sophistry saying it's the only time I can bear to cope is when someone's commenting on it. But there hasn't been any substance to comment, she said, like the leaks or anything, referring to the faith leaks. Oh dear. And Sister Sophistry has set up a new, you'll have known her as Lupa Luna before. She set up a new JW channel. So do go and have a look at that. And she opened up with a podcast that she was on, which was great. And Radio Man's pinstripe suits always remind me of mobsters. Well, he does have a lot of the knobster. That's rude in UK land. I don't know if it is anywhere. That was obviously Freudian slip, wasn't it? Freudian slip. And also someone saying about, tight pants haven't just I was just going to say come out the closet. See, now it's all just going to be double meanings all the time, isn't it? Someone said they were around previously, and who is it? Someone else brought up about, in the 70s, although you had flared trousers, they used to be really tight round your bum bit, But oh dear. Now, if any of you watch Excelsior, he does the best Anthony Morris impersonation ever, which combines Anthony Morris with Edward G. Robinson saying, yeah. So this is him going, yeah, it's upsetting to Jehovah to be able to, I can't do it, to see the human body that he created, see? It's disgusting and inappropriate to revel in beauty, see? Yeah. And Tony did go, yeah, he used that word a lot, inappropriate, and it's a bit inappropriate. I can't do the R's. It's not a total W, that sort of. It's not New Jersey. I don't know where that's from, inappropriate. Job had no problem with Adam and Eve being naked, so why would tailoring drive him to a fury? Someone needs to loop his spin and add a dance track. Well, yeah, I wish I could do it, because that's going to be so good. Ashley, I suspect that he secretly loves tight pants. And Devon Diary says, anyone got any pictures of him in the flares? It must be pictures of him in tight pants. Oh dear. snorting again. Oh dear. And oh dear, Dave Bodybuilding Passion Week. Well, when he gets going, just watch out. Your chuckle muscles will start aching. He asked his donations and voluntary contributions contribute to Tony buying that immodest, loud pinstripe blue suede suit. He's looking pimp. I got to give you that. Got to give Tony credit for that. Was that paid for out of the worldwide work, or reciprocated and back-ended out of the KHAA or Disaster Relief Fund? As a former two-time MS account servant, I demand an accounting. Was that a spin from the spin doctor telling it like it is? I'm going to have to upgrade my plaids and whip out my Miami Vice, Sonny Crockett, Don Johnson, Sue. Well, those sort of jacket things did come back a little bit, didn't they? It's how old we are, they're back in fashion. So he's going to put Tony and Death Stripes to shame. I asked a long-time elder and friend in my old South suburban Chicago congregation what he thought of Tony Morris. He said, Morris tells it like it is and says what has to be said. That says it all, doesn't it? Yeah. We all know what has to be said. Maria, the man doth protest too much, methinks. So there's just loads of comments about Tony liking the type. Like, Tony, you left yourself open for it. Oh, hello, Brazen Contact. I've missed a few remarks going through here. So anyway, it's having a laugh at him is good for the soul, because we need to diminish his we need to prick his pomposity, she said pompously. Ian has decided that Rutherford wore tight pants when he went dipping in the sea. I do remember I replied to that. Oh yeah, but his big beard covered his credentials, Ian. That's my thoughts on that. When did the GB turn mafia? Quite a while. Probably since Rutherford's day, I'd have thought. Oh yeah, and Cheryl points out Tony also went off on women wearing Spanx. You know, I mean, oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. Betty wore drain pipes when he was a teddy boy. Monster Mum. There's a lot of these comments I missed. Sorry, I don't always get all these things. Is he for real? She doesn't know whether to laugh. Monster Mum doesn't know whether to laugh or cry. Oh dear. Oh, thanks for subbing. That's great. And isn't TPT looking a bit long with her hair in the back? I was thinking that. Yes, a little bit immodest there. Lonity, when did Jesus ever give a sermon on clothing? Did he not say something like, blessed are the cloth makers or something like that? I don't know. Kevin McFree. Yeah, no tight pants for him, but apparently wearing a mafia suit is fine. By the way, Kevin McFree is needing some subscribers at the moment to keep up his status with YouTube, so please do subscribe to him, because we all enjoy his work. April keeping it all alive. Oh, someone's subbed here. Oh, so there you go. You don't let him get away with it. And yes, we mock him. And yes, there are serious things to be said as well. But mocking is important. It is very important. So do keep coming with the comments. Thank you very much. And I do enjoy them. And I have something more, something else naughty to do about this speech. But it's taking me a while. So keep tuned for that. Thank you. Bye.